All right, early October 2022. This was a somewhat challenging job site. There was like a bit of a narrow kind of goat track of a driveway in here. A lot more forest. We did the kind of bare minimum because the customer wanted to keep as much of the forest as possible for privacy, which is great. But man, the site is just, not only have we had the wettest late summer and fall on record, but the site is just wet. Normally we would have done our forestry mulching first, so you wouldn't see any slash piles or residual stumps. It's just too wet for us to do any of that. So we're gonna have to come back when it's dry next year and do it. But the customer had a cabin they wanted to get built over the winter, so we did what we had to do to make that possible. Kind of went with a loop driveway design, kind of wide loop here where I'm standing, so you could do a large trailer, and then more of a straight shot over there for a straight pull in. This will kind of be a parking area, and then the customer's house will go over there. Again, kind of had to shift through a lot of muck, had to move a lot of soil to do this, but got it mostly straightened out now. And then the slash piles near the edge and this kind of surface here that we elevated, I'll get that all ground up with the forestry mulcher next year, so it look real nice and finished. Also just put some drainage in here as well, just because it's so utterly wet. And then again, all the kind of slash and disturbed areas along the edge will grind up with our forestry mulcher, and all of these kind of topsoils here will re-smooth a little bit better in the spring. We installed one culvert just to make that central island area drain a little bit better. There was so much junk here too. We hauled, probably a dozen full-size dump truck loads to the dump and tried our best to clean it up. This little pile of junk here is a little bit that remains that we'll be pulling out on our walkout tomorrow. So yeah, I think we were able to do a lot for the customer here without charging them very much. And I think they're pleased with it. Turned out to be a lot more involved than we had thought, but definitely a good start, even with the challenges of rain and trash and seasons and whatnot. We may end up having to come back and do a little more trash removal as well, just because there's just so much old junk in here. But anyway, good project, and on to the next one.